shopping mall in Kenya in 2013, they took a number of shoppers captive. One of them was Joshua Hakim. When Joshua got close to his attackers, he showed them his ID, but he covered up his Christian name with his thumb. They told me to go, he recalled later. Then an Indian man came forward and they said, "What is the name of Muhammad's mother?" When the Indian man couldn't answer, they just shot him on the spot. There are many more unnamed Christian martyrs that are persecuted for their faith, Madam Speaker. The persecution of Christians has been going on since Stephen was stoned for his faith in Acts 7. But what these current accounts show is that the persecution of Christians around the world, the number is growing and is being tolerated by more governments, and in my opinion, encouraged by some non-Christian societies. We cannot deny this reality. We must tell it like it is. People should not make excuses for or cover up the widespread persecution of Christians throughout the world. Governments, terrorist groups, and others should not get a pass and tacit hunting permits to kill Christians. The problem is rogue states like Pakistan and Iran and the rogue terrorist group like ISIS get their legitimacy and power from imprisoning and killing Christians. As a country, the United States needs to re-examine its relationship with states that persecute Christians. Maybe we should give these countries less American money until they start protecting instead of arresting Christians. And we need to be singularly minded when it comes to describing groups like ISIS as to what they really are. They are evil. They kill in the name of their radical religion. Madam Speaker, one of the pillars of our nation and a foundation of our republic is the principle of religious freedom. Religious freedom for all faiths. It is constitutionally protected in the First Amendment of the Constitution. And of the 5 rights mentioned in the First Amendment, religious freedom and liberty is mentioned first. This is not by accident. Our forefathers were serious about the protection of religious liberty. It is a basic civil right, human right, and an inalienable right. Since pilgrims came to America to escape religious persecution in Europe, our nation has stood as a bright beacon for the world for religious freedom for all faiths, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Christians, and others. But the question before us today is, will we remain a beacon of hope for persecuted Christians around the world? It is properly written in Scripture, a parable by the good Lord. I'll paraphrase. He said a man was traveling down a road and he fell among robbers. The man was beaten and his property was stolen and he was left for dead. Other people traveled down the same road, saw the victim, but they passed over on the other side of the road. They went their own way and avoided this victim. Madam Speaker, we cannot pass the other side while Christians worldwide are being beaten, beheaded, and brutalized because of their religious faith as being a Christian. We must be that beacon that shines brightly in proud protection of religious freedom for all, including Christians. And that's just the way it is. I yield back.